Hey, what's up guys? Sebastian Castillo here. Let me know if you prefer the outdoor videos or the indoor ones, because there are pros and cons. As you might already notice, it gets kind of noisy out here. If it's not the birds chirping, it's some asshole honking his horn or revving his motor or whatever it is. That's the thing. Poor people, low-class people, they just love noise and all this shit. But I notice that higher class people, people with more money, they really place a premium on their peace and quiet. But anyways, let me know what you think, because when I'm inside, we don't have to deal with a lot of this, and of course I get to use my fancy microphone. But anyways guys, I wanted to make this video about the concept of being 1% better every single day. And I know that's kind of a cliche. You see it on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Oh yeah, make 1% improvements every day, and by the end of the year, wow, you're gonna be so much better. And logically, that's sound. But in practice, a lot of people just don't do this. They flip-flop and they might start doing something, but then they stop because they're not seeing results, or whatever it is, So don't be like that. I considered this morning. I sat down and I thought, okay, what do I want to be 1% better at every single day? And I thought, okay, well, I want to be better at communicating in sales. I want to get better at writing. I want to get better at Spanish. I want to get better at picking up chicks. So that's 4 things right off the bat. And I took this a step further. What does that look like? How am I going to get better at these things? And I encourage you to do the same thing so that you can actually follow through and make these steps, break these steps down into bite-sized chunks so that you can actually do them. Right? So for sales and communication, one way that I can improve is making these videos, right? And improving the way that I deliver a message and make my speech more articulate. I cut out the ums and ahs. I make sure that I'm able to express exactly what I'm thinking in a way that's persuasive, it's easy to comprehend, and it lands. You know what I mean? But other ways to improve sales and communication skills, if you're interested in knowing, they could be attending trainings, either live or looking at older trainings from, if you're in a sales organization, they'll probably have an archive available, or just on YouTube. You can read sales books. You can do role plays. Role plays are probably one of the most effective ways to improve your communication in sales, because it's the closest thing you have to actually doing a sales call, because you have a live person on the other end who can provide objections, or they can adjust how much information they provide you with in their answers, right? Some people, you can literally tell your prospect or the person you're role playing with to give you very resistant answers and not elaborate too much, so that you have to work harder to ask questions to open them up. What else? Spanish. Well, that's easy. Do 20 minutes of reading a day. Do some flashcard drills. And if you have the environment at your disposal, talk to people. Start random conversations. Or if you're in a restaurant or in a taxi, I wouldn't say abuse is the right word, but extract as much value as you can from those interactions, especially in a taxi. The guy really has no choice but to speak to you, right? What else? Pick up. Go out. Set a goal to approach a certain number of women. Set a goal to implement a certain tactic or technique. For example, and depending on where you live, this might not be appropriate, but I'm expecting that you guys are sharp enough to use your judgment here. When you approach a woman and you introduce yourself, shake her hand and then hold it for a little bit and look into her eyes. Communicate. Use your body language. Don't just rely on, your words. What do they say? 80% of communication is nonverbal, right? Use your eye contact, use your tonality, use your body. What else did I say? Writing. Write an article every single day. Write 3 tweets every single day. And most importantly, just stay consistent with all of this stuff. To provide you with an example, I started sending out cold emails about a month ago. And I haven't landed a client from them at all. But it's been good to maintain the habit. Now, I'm getting up every single day, and one of the first things I do is I just throw on a podcast or a sales training, and I rip 40, 50, 60 cold emails, a combination of sending messages to new leads and follow-ups. And this is a huge change for me because in the past, I knew I had to be sending out cold emails, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I saw it as something so tedious and boring. But it works. It really does. But the fruits of these kinds of endeavors are only available to the people who are willing to stick it out even in the face of not getting results for a long time. However, in a situation like this with cold email, you should be open to changing your strategy and trying something different. Because, you know, if you send out 1,000 cold emails and you're getting no responses or very few responses, then maybe it is worth changing things up so that you can increase that and see what works. It's a game of testing, right? Anyways, guys, I hope this was valuable. If you can share in the comments what you're gonna do to improve 1% every day and what areas you want to improve in, then by all means do so, because I want to make this channel as interactive as possible and help you guys out. So take care and improve every single day.